On the channel, I usually keep it really simple. I cover just basic trading on preferred exchanges that are tier 1 money like USA. I don't usually cover like DEX or level 2 kind of stuff so much. Not really something I really do, but there were some requests for me to do so about the staking and the rewards. And I looked at a bunch of different DEXs over the last few days, looked at different rewards, and it's so costly to move things. And I was thinking, man, it's going to be like a transaction from Coinbase to MetaMask and MetaMask to there and swapping over. I have a little bit of ETH in a MetaMask wallet, and I already trade SHIB on Coinbase as it is pretty heavy. So I thought I would check them out. And I looked at their options and I thought, wow, that's pretty good for Bone. There's only so many. And I looked at the analytics and I thought, well, would have been nice had I been into this back at like, a month or two ago at 95 cents, but I probably wouldn't have really got into it even then. I don't know if I would have really believed in it. I like what I see with them so far. They've got a good, total value locked. They've got a pretty decent thing going. So I thought, well, worst comes to worst, impermanent loss, I'll lose, like $500 on this. So I figure I'll buy like 100 Bone and see what happens. I would have liked to buy a little bit lower. It's on pullback, so it's good enough. Let's just go ahead and do it. And follow up with a video in a few, I don't know, maybe a month or two or whatever. I did see something that I thought probably should be mentioned. Oh, there we go. So obviously there could be impermanent loss or whatever, and I'm not going to worry about that so much. This is just for the benefit of the video. Let's just see where it goes. SHIB Swap allows you to stake tokens to earn WOOF returns proportionate to your contribution to the pool. A lot of people know how that works. Some people don't. There's a lot of really good videos out there. I don't really want to get into that too much. That's not really the focus of the channel. When you stake SHIB, Leash, or Bone, you'll receive XShiba, XLeash, or T-Bone. Those tokens represent your share of the pool. WOOF returns are distributed weekly. Disclaimer, maximum returns by leaving token stake. The longer your tokens are in the pool, the more returns you will receive. Obviously, I don't want to collect them too often because I don't want to pay for ETH gas. Whereas frequently staking and unstaking will lower your long-term gains. Fair return distribution among the holders that function independently for XShiB, XLeash, and T-Bone. The one that got me though was, remember, you can claim 33% of your WOOF returns weekly, but the remaining 67% will be locked for 6 months. I mean, I guess that possibly keeps the price up, but also stops people from, dumping. Lets earlier people that have it getting those, pretty huge rewards only to claim portions and sell them off. Again, I don't know. I don't think this is, it could go really good or really bad, I suppose. And for $500, like, let's just find out how it's going to go. So let's go ahead and bury some Bone. I don't want to transfer over SHIB, so I don't want to pay the triple transaction costs. I already have some ETH over here. So we're going to need to get some Bone. So let's just pop over and let's swap some ETH. Let's try to get 100 Bone. See what it'll cost us. See if I got enough in the wallet. It looks like I have enough. So let's just go ahead and see how that works out. All right, maximum sold, price impact, liquidity fee, cool, perform swap. And whew, gas is $62. My God. That's insane. We'll do it anyway just for a video. Jesus. That's nuts. This is the problem with Ethereum. This is why I moved everything over to like layer 2 to XDAI and Matic. This is just stupid. Absolutely stupid. Oh, and it went up because I was talking shit. All right. Whatever. Let's just get it done. All right. So I'm just going to let that pin to probably stop the video and then come back and update once that's done. All right. All done. So now we should have our 100 Bone. And that costs $70 to buy like $300 a Bone. $284 a Bone. That's just ridiculous. All right. Hopefully it doesn't cost us a ton to bury these bad boys. All right. So we got 100 available. Let's just stake 100% of them. And looks like our Bone APY is 23.5 plus bonus of Bone. 33 or 31.33. Oh my God, it's probably another $70. Oh, at least it's only $17 this time. So close to like $90 of fees to buy $300 and stake. Like, that's pretty batshit insane. So people are like, hey, how come you don't cover like staking more? I mean, unless you have like huge tons of money to stake, this gas fees pretty much eat you up. Like you're better off day trading and making like 1 to 10% on trades of things that are moving, and just paying, Coinbase or Binance or whatever, like the low fees they charge to trade. There is big money to stake, but man, you got to have big money to like claim an NFT or anything else on ETH mainnet. It's too much. It's not for the little guy. You got to be kind of a bigger size player to make this worth your time. Plus you can only claim 33% every week, and the other is locked for 6 months. I mean, you've realistically got to wait for all of it to be done, or you want to pay, huge gas fees to stake and unstake. That's pretty ridiculous. But we'll do it anyway just because it was requested. And I'm going to pause this again until this transaction's done. All right, all done. Let's go check this out. Oh my God. Another $28 to stake it. I forgot there's a double part. All right, so over $100 to stake and buy and move into it. And luckily I already had ETH in the wallet. I had to pay for the transaction for that too. That's just way too much. This is why I don't do this. I make way more money just trading on the centralized exchanges. Good Lord. I'll pause this again until it's done. All right, all done there. So literally about $284 cost us almost $120 plus. You're talking almost 40 to 50% just a stake. I mean, you can't do this unless you're just really, pushing out really big money. And I wouldn't leave it on these exchanges with contracts. Anyway, I know people don't like centralized exchanges, but I feel like they got more security than some of these contracts and weird things that have happened. I think it's a toss up both ways. There's risk both ways. All crypto is a risk. There's just more risk or less risk depending on where you are. And I'm not going to throw big money onto these dexes to get this, insane stake. Too many bad things have happened, plus some permanent loss. I don't like the way the contract's written about, trying to hold on to it later. In case it starts falling, you can't even dump it or claim it. So we'll check back like once a week or so and see, how it's going. Check our so we got 99.70 buried. Without that APY bonus, it doesn't even cover it in a year for the gas cost. So let's go look at what we got, and then we'll come back cumulatively, I don't know, a week or two, maybe a month, and see what we got going on. See when it becomes break even and worth our time, because I'm sure that APY gets changed excessively. And had I done this on, say, XDAI, Matic, or one of the other side chains, it would have cost me like 10 cents to do this versus, $100, $120. I find that to be really ridiculous. And unless you're a really big player, it's just not worth your time. Same thing, claiming NFTs on Ethereum mainnet. I tried to buy an 89-cent NFT and they wanted $190 a gas. Just ridiculous. Like, it's not worth my time. So I go over to Matic and it's free to claim off OpenSea. I go over to XDAI and it's like 10 cents. The chains aren't quite as busy, and there's not quite as much support just yet, but the difference in the fees are so astronomical that it's really kind of worth it if you just want to test things out or kind of look a little bit or see how things work. Just to see how this work, costs way too much money just to see how it works. For people that have the big money, I think it's a great thing. If you've got the appetite for the risk tolerance to suffer the impermanent loss or to have a contract drained, also worth your time. But for the little guy building up a wallet trying to retire, not worth your time. Thanks for watching.